Okay, this is day 3 of my experiments. Yesterday I finished my second experiment. You know, this corporeal analysis of a field recording where the kids are eating fruit. Now, what I did the second time was to skip the one person, one analytical being connection, and I simply used 3 beings to represent or to reenact or to analyze 3 different layers of the sound material. So the key word was materiality. I want to show you a short part of that result. Hang on.
Har du spist din frugt? Nej. Jeg kan lige vise dig lidt.
So what you might have noticed, there are 3 beings, and the sounds are not the original sounds. The original sounds, I can't publish them because of anonymity. So what I did was to reenact the sounds with my own voice, and this gave 3 layers of sound and 3 layers of video, which I combined in this video as you've seen. So both video and sound is relating to the original recording, each in its own right. And of course, when combining these 2, there is a kind of dialogue between sound and image. The criticism I got from my better half and her friend was really positive, and that was nice. I also felt it made more sense to do it this way, what I did this second time than the first time. Of course, the question is what to do next. And I believe that this is kind of a product in its own right. It's a kind of, you might say, pre-analysis, which in its own calls for a second analysis. And without jumping to conclusions, I believe that one of the key elements of what happens in this product is that, well, you might think of it as a representation of what is going on in this setting from where I have the original field recording. And since you've noticed that these beings are not, at least I tried to not have them represent what was going on at a symbolic level. Like, for instance, if one of the persons in the field recording would say, right here, then the being would do a gesture which corresponds to saying right here with his hand, which I tried not to. But reacting to the sound right here as sound without necessarily going into what the meaning was. And the same with the reenactment of the sound. Although I chose to do some of the words, the actual words, I'm not sure I should have done that. Maybe next time I won't do that. I definitely won't do that next time. I want to blur the speaking by simply just using, though still imitating the prosody of the sounds, right? However, I was thinking one thing at this analytical key level, which would be something around the lines that, well, these soundscapes in which our actors are immersed, to some of them, it might be what they actually somehow experience. Imagine this 7-year-old girl from Pakistan, for example, let's imagine she's from Pakistan and she doesn't speak any word of Danish. To her, maybe everything, well, the words are sounding to her like she doesn't make any sense of it. So to her, it's maybe this is the kind of phenomenal world she's into, where things are not making sense at this symbolic level, where the words have a meaning and they point to things that are outside the context. But this phenomenal world might be a world of movements of sounds and bodies. Yeah, apropos bodies, maybe we could imagine that the ideas of individuality, of age, of gender, all these parameters are maybe not that established, particularly not for people in this age group. So by this blurring of these parameters, by putting on this second skin, the green second skin suit, what is happening is maybe a kind of way to blur these distinctions of age and gender and so on. And it might add to entering a kind of analysis at another level, which is maybe a phenomenal level.
So, what have I been doing today? Pow! Today I have done a corporeal analysis of the reversal of this situation that I did in my first two experiments. So this is a situation where the parameter 1 is adults are setting their gender. Parameter 2, it is up and around, not sitting on a chair, and parameter 3 is outdoors. That is to say, it is an excursion, and I chose an excursion in the park. That was 40 minutes. So yesterday what I did was to pick 2 significant minutes, and today I've been doing my corporeal analysis of these 2 minutes. I've been putting on my suit, and I've been doing 3 enactments of the sounds in this particular piece of field recording. So since it's an excursion, I've chosen differently than yesterday. So what I've been doing, for example, is to keep the beings, the analytical beings, at the same spot and not moving too much left and right. Well, you can see, I'm going to edit it and then publish it. The good thing about being at this place called Forsøgsstationen, that is the experimental station, is that there are lots of people doing really interesting stuff. Now, take a look here. This is Rikke. I just talked to her. She has been doing a thesis at Copenhagen University about movement, specifically using working along the same lines as I'm doing, and I'm going to read her thesis and I'm looking very much forward to it. Now what she's doing now is that she's doing different kinds of stuff where she is exploring the relation between the body and knowledge creation. I just had a short look in her thesis, and she explained me that she's working a lot with a kind of poetic way of approaching this to create this bridge between the, let's say, knowledge generated by a corporeal approach and the academic text. So what I was asking in a few moments ago, how to go on from here, because now I have this video, I've shown you a short extract. So how to get from this video and to the next level, which is an academic text. So I guess the video product is a kind of pre-analysis. It's a kind of a, you might say, wedge between the empirical data and the linguistic analysis, the analysis which is done through language. And here's the trick. So what Rikke is doing is to do movements and improvisation, and then she's putting words on it, and it becomes rather poetical. And I guess that was my inspiration. So how to get from my videos as the one I've shown you and to the next level would be to look it through and to be very perceptive as to what you see, to take a new look at it, let's say it that way, without thinking about the original source of that material, simply looking at it with new eyes. And from there, simply note down what I see from these movements. It might be something completely different, but the trick is to find to try this out and see what comes out of it. It's experiments. It's an experiment. That would add different colors to the text. I would find different words and put them in a different kind of order and see what comes out of that.